Welcome to the Heart-Centered Entrepreneur Series. My name is Jody Maley, and I've been an entrepreneur and business owner for over 27 years now. Thanks for joining the podcast, and I can't wait to share with you tips and ideas on how to grow your heart-centered entrepreneur business. As a personality dimensions coach, I help entrepreneurs discover who they are at their core so they can have real and authentic sales conversations with their ideal clients. We all started or joined a business so that we can make an income on our terms. Whether you're just starting out in your entrepreneur journey or have been in sales for a while, the key to any business is sales and nurturing the sales relationship. So I invite you to sit back, relax, maybe even have your favorite drink and take some notes as we have fun delving in to learn more from the top 1% to 2% income earners who are making such a difference and impact for themselves and their beautiful teams. Their tips and ideas will uplift and inspire you in a heart-centered, authentic way to help lift you up, move you forwards towards your perfect dream and goal. So stay tuned to the end of each podcast as I will share a little gift from me that I know will get you inspired in your beautiful business.
All right. Discover Your Dream Business Challenge. Hi, this is Jody Maley with the Heart-Centered Entrepreneur and my special guest today, Tracey Lee. Hello, everyone.
Whoa, jazz hands.
Jazzy hands. So Discover Your Dream Business Challenge. So today, like I said, we have a special guest on today. And just before we get into what the challenge is, I want to give kudos to Dione Cosmetics, who is the sponsor of today's show. I would not be here without, well, my beautiful face and makeup. A Canadian-made company up here in Canada who, thankfully to us having to do everything on Zoom, that's where I have all my makeup needs up here in Canada by the beautiful Dione Cosmetics. Thank you very much, Alicia, the owner of Dione Cosmetics. And now, thank you again for people who are boss babes up here in Canada. So, Tracey, tell us a little bit about, Tracey was actually on, I think, one of my summits. Is that how we met? Tell me again how we met.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, first of all, boss babes in Canada. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Woo! And yeah, hook me up with your makeup girl too. Very cool.
Thank
love,
you.
Love supporting women in Canada, women in business, women entrepreneurs. It's my jam. Oh my gosh. How did we meet? Well, literally we met through, I don't even know. I found you. It was a weird, I don't even honestly know, but all I know is we connected and we decided to hop on a call. And then that conversation was pretty cool. Mind you, nothing close to the last conversation we just had last week, which I'm so grateful for. And I'm going to share why in a second. So going back, we met, you introduced me to someone who started to be my VA, and she was like amazing. And then that person introduced me to someone else. And I had this big summit last year, global summit. So all these things have come from the amazing Jody Maley and the Heart-Centered Entrepreneur, like literally. And then you and I came back around and we got on a call last week. We had I think we had on the phone for 2 hours, like literally, I think it was almost 2 hours we were talking. And something to me magical happened on that conversation. We just allowed ourselves just to be who we are. And we just got just really real, raw and honest and vulnerable. And I don't even know, like, we didn't even have any major intention on the call other than I had some ideas I wanted to share with you and talk collab, but it got way more beautiful than that. And I'm so grateful for you coming into my life. And I'm just excited at what I know is going to transpire from this point on between the two of us. And from one woman entrepreneur to the next, Jody, like we're here to work together. We're here to collaborate and we're here to rise up because God knows I thought you had to do this shit on your own and it is not fun. And it is all about being open enough to ask for support, being brave enough to say, I don't have the answers. I'm not sure how to do this. And I'm okay to ask for the help that I need. And you help women. I help women. So what two better women to get on a conversation like today? Like seriously.
Yeah. I hear you, sister. And this was something that a little bit of background. I actually had my own radio program about 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was exactly conversations like this of over and over again, women entrepreneurs who, ironically, I was one of them, that I felt back in the day, we wore all the caps ourselves. We did everything ourselves. And I ran into burnout. It's tiring. It is tiring owning a business yourself, doing all, you're the CEO, you doing everything, and at that time I ran my own blog. I did a radio program. I did everything and trying to learn it all and burn out and not asking for help. I'm also one of those. And so I thought, I cannot do this anymore. And at the time, my children were little. And so not only then was I also the taxi driver, getting all the kids to all this stuff and trying to carve out an income. And I was also at the time regional vice president with one of my networking companies and trying to do it all. And I did not like asking for help. In fact, it's this misconception in our world that asking for help was like a dirty word. And I thought, this is crazy. We live this lifestyle that to ask for help is like a sign of weakness. And then that's why I put together my radio program, was all these women, all these amazing, amazing women who came from all spectrums all over the world, were like the same as me, going through the same struggles. And I thought, why are we not talking about this more? Like, why can we not have our husbands chip in more, our kids chip in more, and have them actually help and support us rather than us crying in the bathroom with a glass of wine and not telling anybody what we're actually doing.
And then just having like one of my clients, she calls it the BMW sessions, the bitch, whine, and moan sessions. And you know what? Here's the thing I've learned from an amazing law of attraction coach that I work with. Like, that shit is not going to get you anywhere. So we want to get out of that. We want to be in an environment where we're actually like having not just like conversations of getting things off our chest, but then saying, okay, how are we actually going to use our experiences so we can actually create these freaking badass, like amazing, fulfilling lives that start with us. And this is what it's all about, right, Jody? Like we can all do amazing things, but can we be amazing humans to ourselves? Can we actually be these beautiful souls that are like just truly stepping into every single day, embodying who we are? We haven't been conditioned that way. We haven't been taught that way. We aren't supported that way. So we need to come together and find a way to be that way.
Absolutely. And not to be ashamed of it either. Like, I used to be ashamed to actually, in our church, when I don't go to church anymore, but when I went to church and I was making crazy money, I used to be ashamed to tell how much money I made.
Yeah.
And bless his heart, he's passed on now. But I remember our pastor at the time, I was off to another, I had to do training in a different province up here in Canada. We call them provinces, not states. And and I remember going to a training, and again, somebody had just offhand in the church said something about, oh, you're going away again. And, and who are you leaving your children with this time? It's just like a really weird offhanded comment. But anyways, I was bawling in my car, and my pastor knocked on the window, and he was like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, and then like bawling. And he's like, FYI, because I was missing like a spaghetti night or something like that, dinner. And he's like, that it's because of your tithe that we're having that dinner. So you go and be you, right? And it was just a powerful statement that we put on ourselves. We have these dreams and we have these business goals, and sometimes we feel guilty about them, but we shouldn't. So this gets around to what you have in store.
Yes.
Challenge coming up. I really do believe that us women, we need to stop putting each other down and start building each other up. And your Discover Your Dream Business can be a way that maybe you have been thinking of a way, or maybe you know that you're meant for more. And tell us a little bit about what your dream business.
Yeah, so good. So really, this is birthed from the big shifts that I've experienced as an entrepreneur. So leaving the corporate world from 25 years, making a decision to step in and honor myself, having all the guilt, shame, blame, all the stuff, feeling everything that you just shared, sitting there crying, and people just, the nastiness comes out of the woodwork. And I always felt like I'm an entrepreneur. I have to stick to my guns here. And I did. And I weathered a lot of storms like we do, but not just weathering the storms. Like I want to come out better, and I want to come out more grounded and know who I am. And so the last 5 years has been a crazy journey. The rise and fall is a real thing. And the fall can be really painful, but then the rise, you're stronger. And I want to bring what I've learned in those rises, everything I've learned, to women. And I'm introducing them to some of these amazing concepts that has really, really allowed me to not just create a successful business. It's really about being my true self within that business. And I really am excited to share over 5 days some incredible concepts that's going to help women recognize where they're at right now. So I'm thinking about an idea. I have an idea. I've been thinking about it forever. And I don't know when it's going to be time for me to jump into this. Well, the time is now. And I want to help you put on your superpower cape, really know who you are within your ideas, understand how you can set purposeful goals that are different than what they've always taught us how to set goals, smart goals. There's so much masculinity in all this shit. And like, our true souls resist it. We don't feel good about it. I want to help you do things for yourself and in your business that feel good. We're going to really step into the confidence game, and the confidence game is it's a bit of a dance, right? So let's learn how to do that dance. And I'm going to show you some things that have really helped me claim my confidence, not just from a place of ego and from a place of like, I have to prove things, from a place of I already know, a place of knowing. And it feels so good. And we're really going to step into identifying the fabulous woman that you're becoming. And we're going to also help you with a very special formula that has been truly, truly an underlying secret to my success to overcome when shit hits the fan. How do I stay strong? How do I not get blown over? And how do I really continue to be honest about my reason why I started this business in the first place? This is where I want to help women start their businesses from. And then I want to help women who've been in this game plan, and trying and working so hard, having the moments of, oh my gosh, by themselves, thinking they're going crazy. I want to help them rediscover themselves and rediscover their business in a whole new way. You'll walk out of 5 days with me feeling different, better, more grounded, more excited, more inspired, and you're going to have direction and a plan. And that's what I'm really excited about for these women. And I just can't wait. I've poured my heart and my soul into this, and I'm so excited. And it's free. Like, it's free. I
like that. And it's starting here. Let's look at the dates here. February, what's
5th
here?
So from Feb 5th. So we're going to do Feb 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Okay.
And those are the dates during the weekdays. And then the final day is on the Saturday, the 10th. And the reason I did that is because the sessions run from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. EST time with Q&A afterwards. Okay. And I know that we're not going to want to be doing that on a Friday night. So I've moved the last session to Saturday morning. Come in your coffee, come in your pajamas, come how you want to set yourself up as the woman you want to become. And it's going to be so powerful. The last session cannot be missed. I encourage live participation. We're going to be joining each other together on Zoom because there's going to be some awesome opportunities for some hot seat coaching, but it's going to be streamed right into an amazing community already of 400 women called Get Out of Her Damn Way, which is the movement I started in 2023. And it's going to be just really based on truth, based on self, based on direction, support, inclusivity, all the things that we need as women. starting a business.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, getting to know you a little bit over the last week as well, I think that what is honoring for women, especially right now, is that we're just really seeing a lot, and it just is aggravating to me. And I'm sure that this is what you can agree with too. There's so many women disempowering other women, and this isn't the time to be doing that. This is a time that as women, and this is why we know it's a powerful movement to be moving forward with each other instead of against each other. Because right now, there's such a powerful movement of us. The feminine is on the rise, right? And with this shift of movement, there's such a high transition of change that how can I say it? What's the wording? I think you know what I'm talking about.
The shift is in the shift of consciousness.
Yes, exactly.
That's what's happening. And it's not just about doing more and being successful. It's actually about raising the bar of consciousness, because the only difference between you and someone who gets frustrated about things that you are like, I would like that I've moved on from, that is a different level of consciousness, a different level of self-awareness. And, you know, I used to be the doer. I was the multitasker. I was like, I would celebrate, I'm an A-type personality. I can do this, 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 and this. I can run circles around you. I mean, I had little tiny kids and I had 3 jobs, and I was helping women in other ways, not even realizing, you know, what I was supposed to be doing in this world. And I truly, truly thought I was a freaking rock star. Well, you know what? I wasn't a rock star. I was a woman that was just destroying herself to prove something to herself and to this world that she was effing worthy. And until I finally realized that I am worthy and I don't need to do any of that to validate and prove anything to anybody, that's when things started to get better. And I started to be able to say, okay, like, who am I and what do I really want to do with my life?
Exactly. And that is exactly it. And instead of, and when these shifts are coming around and the shift is happening for you and for those who are listening, that's when all this other outside stuff comes at you even more, because the outside stuff it'll be hard on you. I'm telling you, things will then start even happening even more. Like things will just be like, it won't even just be a stubbing of your toe. You're going to fall in a great big puddle. Like these things will just happen. You'll be like, why is this all happening? And it's because you just have to sit still with it and then find the people who are going to help you move you forward and make that shift and that mind shift happening. And that's what's happening right now. And this is why it is sort of, it's breaking my heart, but at the same time, it's opening my heart when you do see this. Like right now, just the women going just crazy over just weird stuff that you're like, why are you guys even talking about that? Like, why is this being such a, you know, issue over things? And why can't you just lift each other up? And that is because there is just this massive shift going on, I believe, in the feminine that is rising. And right now it's, I don't want to say sink or swim, because I think it's not even that. It's like, just like you said, the consciousness of who we are and who we're meant here to serve and then be our true selves is awakening.
Yeah, and this isn't what just woo-woo poo-poo stuff either. Yeah. Like this is truly like, I almost look at it like this is like, we know AI, right, is in place. Well, guess what? The shift of consciousness with women and people in general, but we're talking women, it's happening. And you're either going to resist it or you're going to start to open your heart and yourself up to it. And the best thing we can do as women who are connected to this idea, these concepts, this new awakening of who we truly are, and really like how we're supposed to live our lives, the best thing we can do for others is to keep working on ourselves and get better and better. And you're so right, Jody. You will be bulldozed from around because now you are more vulnerable. You aren't part of the pack like you were for your whole life. You aren't deciding to conform with the masses. You're actually stepping away, not just as an individual, but you're stepping away as an individual that's part of something grander. And that gives you the scalability from a mindset perspective. Like, I am able to be part of something so grand. When you get to that place and you understand that, you don't feel alone. You feel like, oh my gosh. And so from just the simple space of mentorship, sisterhood, community, collective, this is what I started the Get Out of Her Damn Way movement because we're all in our own damn way. And I have a Get Out of Her Damn Way podcast that I started, and then I slowed it right down because I needed to get centered, who I am, why I'm doing it. Don't feel bad that you started something and you didn't finish it yet, where that's a lot of places where people's, women go to. It's like, oh my gosh. So I just honestly, here's one advice. Take it, throw it out. The next time you're in a situation where someone's doing something that you kind of go, wow, like maybe you recognize you used to be like that and you're not anymore. Maybe you recognize like you just see that person, you're like, you don't have an understanding as to why they would invest any energy into something like that. Truly, truly, they are in your world of this beautiful big energy. They just don't know it yet. So send them love, send them love, send them love, and just in your own heart and mind say, come and join me when you're ready. And just truly look at it that way. And without realizing it, the more we can do this, the more we can actually create shifts without even saying or doing a thing.
Absolutely. And if you are right now, this could be maybe you're facing a little bit of resistance, that you're like, it just, everything seems to be resistance right now. Then I would encourage you to jump into this challenge to discover your dream business, because resistance just means it's something that that you need just to face head on. And I think that Tracey can give you the skill set to get you through that.
All right. I will space for you. I will guide you. And I actually have a very, very special offer for 10 women who decide to take advantage of an upgraded option, which is still free, by the way. It's going to blow your mind when you see it. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, seriously? I can basically have that. There's only 10 spots because that's all I can hold space for. So if you are excited at the idea of this challenge, if you're ready to change the game in 2024 like you've never been before, from a place that you are so centered in who you are, check the link out that Jody will share with you. Grab your special VIP spot if you feel excited to do that, and know you are worthy of it. And let's make this happen. So excited.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today. This is Jody with the Heart-Centered Entrepreneur Series. And thank you for sharing your space and time with us today, Tracey.
Thank you for having me. So grateful.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned a lot. Each one of my guests have a special and unique spot in my heart, as they have shared what they love about their business and how they truly have grown in their entrepreneur journey. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and I would love to give to you a fun and easy quiz that you can take right now that will help you assess how you feel about the sales process in your beautiful business. Building relationships, lifting each other up so we can all gain more in our lives and our business is what is truly important to me. And my hope is that in some small way, I've been able to do that for you today. So again, this is Jody Maley with the Heart-Centered Entrepreneur Series here in beautiful BC, Canada. Truly have a great and inspired rest of your day. The link to the quiz will be attached below. And please like, follow, and share this podcast if it inspired you today.